In today's world, smartwatches are one of the most fastest growing products in the market right now because everybody wants one. They are super cool because, well, not a lot of people have them, but recently companies are starting to make really cheap smartwatches. So even though they are cheap and affordable, are they really worth what you pay for them? Let's find out. So the brand of smartwatch that we're going to be looking at today is called 5ive, something like that. It's the letter 5 and then IVE. It is 20 bucks on Amazon. I found different sources that are different prices, but it's just all dependent on where you buy it. It is compatible with Android only, and you actually have to install a third-party application called BT Notifier, which I found is actually not on the App Store anymore, and so I'm going to have to search around and find a compatible app that is actually compatible with this. It'll actually deliver my notifications to the watch. It is not compatible with iOS, so you won't get your notifications and you won't see where people have texted you, emailed you. It's got very limited functions on iOS. Fortunately, it can act as a Bluetooth speaker so that if you're in a FaceTime call or if you're just in a regular call, you can actually use it and talk into it, although it'll look kind of weird in public. You can actually talk to the person through that smartwatch. Now, I found that the audio quality doing that is not very good because it's a cheap smartwatch. You're not going to get the best quality, but it is understandable if you speak clearly. The Bluetooth speaker on it, well, considering that it's Bluetooth, the speaker included on it is subpar, but yet again, we're talking about a $15 smartwatch here. I mean, what do you expect? Some of the other features on the smartwatch include that it has an alarm clock, so you can actually set the time that you want to have an alarm go off to where you can either wake up and it'll actually vibrate and wake you up like a Fitbit does. You can also use it as a calculator to where if you're sitting there in math class and you need a real quick cheat on a math test, you can just click, 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 and you will be done. But since you're on a small screen, it kind of gets a little bit difficult to manage considering if you have big fingers like me. I've got really big fingers. And so when I try to touch it, I might actually have to try 10 times to punch one number before I actually get that number. Now let's talk about the screen. The screen is a 240 by 240 screen. It is non-IPS, but it's just like a simple little LED screen. So if you do tilt it to the side, you sometimes cannot actually see what it says, or it'll get really light or really dark. It's an LED screen, so even though it's not IPS, if you're looking straight at it, you're going to get a pretty good viewing angle. Some other cool things about this device is it also includes a pedometer like a Fitbit. It also includes a barometer and like an altitude tool. It'll actually tell you your altitude from sea level. I don't know how that works and I don't know how accurate it is, but you have it there if you need it. Now note, with an Android device, you can actually see your messages and phone book from the smartwatch. All you have to do is go into your applications and go over to phone book or messages and you can actually see those. You can also see your recent calls, and I believe you can actually play music if you have music downloaded on your phone. So where Google Play Music or some other app that you can play music from like Spotify, as long as you have that installed, you can actually play, pause, forward, backward, volume up, volume down on that, and you can actually play your music out of your smartwatch while you're running or anything like that. Now most of the time what I use the smartwatch for is to actually just tell time, because I don't really find that the features of the smartwatch are really usable for me, because during the school day I can't really mess with it because teachers will consider it a distraction and I'll get taken away. So basically what I just use it for is if we're about to switch classes, I basically just click it on the side and I can see the time because I remember when my classes switch. I can also set notifications to where if I need to go to grandma's after school or go mow this yard, or I've got a photo shoot planned for this person, I can actually program that in under the calendar as long as you are synced with an Android device. And I can actually program that in there to where it goes off at that time. And I can say, oh yeah, I need to go do the photo shoot for Joe Bailey or something like that. Now on the topic of comfort, this smartwatch actually is very comfortable to wear. It has a soft silicone band on it, so it easily fits to your wrist, and it has several different types, or several different sizes that you can put it to. So it even fits someone with a teeny tiny wrist, or someone with a really big wrist. So let's see, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different size holes that you can actually put on it. So I'm going to take you guys through the menu system here. Now this smartwatch is about to die. I've had it all day on. If you can see right there in the top right, it's actually about to die here in a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and hurry up with this. So basically, just to get into your application, you're going to press this green button right here, and it's going to bring you into a menu. Now it has multiple things, so you can either swipe across to go to the different things, or you can actually press the center button and it will switch for you. Now there's a total of 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 22 different items in this menu that you can mess with. Now I've hardly messed with literally any of them. This has a power save feature to where if you go in here and click this on, it'll actually turn down the brightness and reduce the screen timeout and stuff like that. I normally like to leave this off, and wow, that is really bright, so I'm actually going to turn that back on. So it also has some other things like anti-lost, ringtones, where you can actually choose the different types of ringtones you have. I'm actually going to bring the microphone over here to where you can hear these a little bit better. So here's our microphone sitting right next to it. So I'm going to let you guys hear these. So here's ring 1. It actually makes that sound also when you are connected to Bluetooth and the device is about to go out of range. It'll actually let you know of that, and that's kind of one of the anti-lost features of if you're going out of range of your phone, it'll actually kind of help you of that. So here's ring number 2. What in the world is this? Okay, that's enough of that. So here's ring 3. So you guys can barely hear that at all. I'm actually going to turn this up a little bit. Turn this up a little bit. There we go. Oh, here I'm actually going to show you guys the save feature right now. See, you didn't save that. You actually gotta go to that, change it, press this or no, I did that wrong. So ringtone, no. Okay, volume, ringtone. You're going to change your ringtone, and you press this very left button, and that's going to save it. And you press it again, or you just press the back button, and it will save there. If you don't do that, it's not going to save. So let's go back into the ringtones. So here's ring number 3. Oh, there it does nothing. Where on earth is like the volume? That's kind of strange, actually. I remember it being a lot louder. So you can change your different sound modes to where it rings only, vibrates and rings. I'll leave it on vibrate only while I'm in school. Ring mode, ringtone. Here's ring number 3 again. Here, I'll move this a little bit closer. I see some weird ringtones. Okay, here's ring number 4. So that's your more common ringtone, like on iOS. That's your more common ringtone, like on iOS. Here's ring number 5. It's actually a little bit louder now. And here's number 6. And we got them. So there's all the ringtones. So we're going to scroll on over to the next list. I'm not going to mess with the anti-loss because I actually don't have an Android device right now. You have a barometer, so this is going to tell you the pressure in the air. So temperature is 26 degrees Celsius. I actually cannot change that from Celsius. Pressure is 991.13. Pedometer, so you can actually go, so here's it is by itself. You can actually change your gender, your height, your weight, your step length, and you can actually set goals. And look at this. This is about the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Goals. You get to change your goals by 1 every time. So if I wanted to say my goal is 10,000, I'm going to have to scroll through literally 10,000 different numbers just to get to 10,000. That is absolutely stupid. I have no idea why they do that. That is so dumb. And there's no way that I can actually just say, okay, yeah, I want 1,200 steps. I got to actually scroll all the way to the freaking thing. I mean, that doesn't make any sense at all. Why would you do that? Yeah, my goal is 1,232 steps for today. I gotta go all the way to that. See, it didn't even save it. So if you actually don't save it by pressing that little left button, it's not gonna do anything, which I think is ridiculous. So on to the pedometer, actually. You have your option to start every little movement, literally, and it doesn't do it every single time. But a lot of times, if you make the slightest movement, it'll actually calculate it. So if I'm actually just tapping on the desk, it just sits there and goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And it's really inaccurate because I can literally walk 10 feet and it'll tell me I took 200 steps. No, that's not right. So the pedometer pretty much uses the altimeter. So, reset. I have no idea what that is supposed to mean. It's just sitting here changing. I guess we are about 1 meter off the ground. Has a stopwatch, and my knee sign is falling down. It's a stopwatch where you can actually press start. It's going to do that. You can reset it. Nothing too spectacular about that. So there's your start and stop. Moving on to Bluetooth, here's where you can actually connect your different to your different devices. So this is a little bit of a pain to actually go through, especially because sometimes this actually requires you to do a passcode, which sometimes doesn't always work. So here's your dialer where you can dial numbers, stuff like that. Messages, inbox, not connected. Okay. So calls, you can actually see your recent calls, and again, I'm not connected. Bluetooth music, not connected. BT camera, you actually have to install this app, which is no longer available on the App Store, which is a little bit ridiculous. BT notifier, you have to install that to get all your notifications. Alarm, you can turn it on or off, and you can set your time. I don't use this. Also has a sleep monitor. What in the world? What is that? Can anybody tell me what that figure is? I have no idea on earth what that is. Try to zoom you all in a little bit more. What is that? That's a little bit creepy. Wouldn't want to see that when I wake up. Poor sleep. No joke. Okay. Calendar. I can hardly touch that. So it actually just tells you the dates you have to do all on your phone. Then you have that drink thing, which if you slide over, you can actually program the times that you need to take drinks of water. So I don't have any of these on right now. I'm actually just going to set that once because I don't want it going off in school because I don't know what it's going to do. And that is all for the settings, or all that. So this is all the menu settings. You can also just quick configure your Bluetooth devices on the front, as well as here's my Galaxy S4, and then here you can quick configure your ringtones. So thank you guys for watching this video. Like this video if you liked it, and dislike if you thought it was terrible, and leave a comment under this video if you have future recommendations for videos, or if you have commentary on this video, or if there's things we can improve during our reviews, or things to include. In the description below, you can also check out our links to our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and coming soon Snapchat. We're actually creating that this weekend now that we have a dedicated device for it. Also in the description below, you can check out our website. Yes, we have a fully new website, and we want you guys to check it out and give us some feedback on it on our website. We also have the forums up, so make sure you go visit that page because we're wanting to get more people involved in our videos. Actually discuss it afterwards to where we can actually get some feedback from it, and you all can also receive help over there. You can post a help topic and we will do our best to help you. So thank you guys for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe.